Good morning, my lovely friends. Welcome to Wednesday's video. Today, Roxy's weekly challenge, week 30 is what we're up to, and it looked super fun. What Rachel did in her video for challenge number 30 looked really fun. So, using small book pages. So I've grabbed out two of these are ones I've had for a while, and then my two new foreign language dictionaries, so French dictionary and German dictionary, because they're about similar size. And let's remove some pages for a start. Really excited to give this one a go. I haven't tried making one yet, so I'm going to be playing along, and hopefully you will play along with me. Just making little book page booklets, and what I'm doing right here is I'm searching for the strings. There they are, quite hard to see sometimes. So just want to try and lift out pages intact. Now, you don't have to have them intact, you can just pair them up however you like and hinge them, which I may do as well. But I would also like trying to do some together. Oops, I've grabbed out two there. Kind of a little stuck together. The holes are stuck together, if you can believe that. Right, probably don't need any more than two. I'm looking where to put my book, and there's nowhere because all the surfaces are covered. Don't need any more than two from any book, because I'm probably not going to get that many done. But, you know, we always remain hopeful in these parts. Oh, this one's got a bit of damage too, I didn't know, which is fine. Doesn't worry me. Gosh, it's hard to find the strings sometimes. There we go. Just... and doing this with a craft knife, I've just got to be really super careful that I don't slit or puncture the pages themselves. And sometimes I do. And that's okay. Like, a book is made of multiple pages. You win some, you lose some. Right. So lift out. We'll go two from each. How about that? As I said, I don't imagine we'll get 8 done, but... interesting. There's some handwritten notes in this book. I've never had a proper real look at it, but there's handwritten in pen and in pencil, and I'm distracting myself now. But beautiful plates in these. I don't think these ones are dated, because they're like a general release in that style of book. Right, German dictionary. Can we find where the strings are? Maybe I should have done this off camera, but oh well. Part of the process. So how's your week going? What have you been up to so far? There we go. There's the strings. My week... I'm recording this video on Monday, and when I was recording my video for Tuesday, I was like, yeah, it's a busy week, but it's, you know, basically all under control, and I've got this on and this on and this on. Well, in the space of an hour between videos, which is when I had my lunch, things have changed, and I've got an added meeting I need to go to. So, yeah. There's no shortage of busyness. It's just a one-on-one meeting, but it is essential, and we were both trying to find a time. Now this one's being very tricky, so let's see if I can get some tweezers in under it. There we go. And sometimes even just the tweezers are enough to break the string, because it's old string. Find a time that we could both get together to talk about what we need to before the next commitment. So the options were Tuesday afternoon or Wednesday morning. and I thought Tuesday afternoon would actually suit me better. I didn't say that. I gave the other person the option of those 2 times, because Wednesday morning means it will put pressure on my video recording. And she came back and said Tuesday afternoon would work better for her, and I thought, great, that works better for me. And then I realised that I have something else on a Tuesday afternoon. It's not like super important. Like if I skip that Tuesday afternoon thing that I normally have on, it's okay. But it's because it's only short. It's only like for half an hour max, really. But at this point on a Monday afternoon, I don't know which way it's going to go, whether I will end up being able to do both things on Tuesday afternoon, or whether I'll have to let my regular Tuesday thing go for this week. And that's okay. The meeting that I need to have with this other person is more important than my regular thing. So, oh, this string, 1, it's a bit tougher, but 2, it's all discoloured, which is very interesting. Very easy to get in there though, to snip it. So this is old, this one. I don't believe I found a date for it, but it's old. Yeah, it's old, and I can confirm there is no date in it. I'd have to do a bit of research online to find a date. Right, so we've got 8 pages here. Now I've taken care to take them out intact, and the first thing I'm going to do is rip a couple of them in half, because I thought I do want to do some where there's different book pages in the booklet. And it's a booklet, but it's only got a front and a back, if you like. And hasn't got pages, so you could put pages inside for sure. Okay, let's take this one to start with and choose what we want on the outside. Do we want the dictionary? Do we want the text? Oh, that talks about hangman and gallows. So maybe we'll choose that as the front, and then we can decorate that. The other side's not quite so bad. So first off, we need to actually join these together. Actually, no, I'm going to do writing paper first. Trying to just get my head in gear. I've literally only just watched Rachel's video. I watched it while I was eating lunch, and now I'm trying to remember how to do it. And it's not that hard. It wasn't a hard project. I guess I'm overthinking it a little bit. Right, bit of coffee dyed paper. I think that's a good place to start, and it's almost the right size. Just need to trim a bit off the edge. So that's going to go on there, and I am just going to go ahead and tacky glue it on. I'm not going to bother with glue stick, I don't think. It's also going to make this page sturdier. This particular one here is quite thin, although yeah, that one's thin as well. They're both thin. They are both thin. Try and get it kind of straight on there. So, writing space. Rachel was putting pockets on, and so I think I'll have a pocket on this side and make the back. Now, do I want to put these? You can have them 2 ways. You can have them loose to tuck in a pocket or behind a belly band or something, or you can actually glue them to the page and have them open up. Maybe I'll do this one to go on the page. In which case I'm going to bind them together slightly differently. So for this one I'm going to bind with what? Paper? Washi tape? maybe this strip of coffee dyed paper. Yep, let's do that, but I am going to glue stick this bit of paper, and that's going to hinge them together. Oh, now I'm thinking, do I actually want to do it on the inside? Maybe I want to do it on the inside. So flip them back over this way. I could have just left this intact and put it right across, but I didn't think about it. So we'll just lay it over top. It's fine. Oops, got a clump of glue in under there. Oops. Template grabbed out with my smooshing card. Okay, so now I'm going to fold that in half. So that's going to be glued down. And where's my pencil? Oh, that doesn't really show up, but I chose a darker pencil too. Maybe down here. Glue down. So that's going to be glued down to our page. And here I'm going to pop a pocket. So for a pocket, I have grabbed out one of my old magazines. This is a 1961 home furnishing magazine. Whoops. Starting to fall apart. And I thought one of these fun kind of interior black and white images could be quite cute as a pocket. So let's just take, look at those old TVs. Oh, if you can, might be off screen a little. It's a very large magazine, this one. And I haven't used it yet. Oh, that hurts. Trying to reach my arm around to hold the ruler there. That really hurt. So I won't be looking to do that again anytime soon. I think these will be about the right size too. I probably will fold down the top to reinforce the top because it's not super thick paper. And it is slightly shiny, so I'm just throwing the scraps away. I don't think ink will dry particularly well on them if I were to stamp them. It would take too long. And when I stamp strips, I do a lot at a time and have them stacked up around me, so I wouldn't be able to stack them up without the ink transferring from one to the other and making a huge mess. And we don't want a huge mess. Okay, I'm going to take let's fold down the top first. Don't need much, just need to fold down a little bit, and I'll glue that. Maybe I'll miter the corners on that a little bit, just so they don't peek out. Glue down the top bit to reinforce that top edge. And we don't need the whole depth, so let's try it right under that plate on the coffee table. And how's that looking? That's a cute little pocket. Okay, do I want to distress it? Maybe. Let's distress it and see. I'm not going to do a thumb notch in this. I don't think it's required. I don't think Rachel put thumb notches in any of the pockets, but I might on some, I don't know. I just think this particular one I would rather leave intact. And we can add something colourful on top, a label or something neutral if we want to keep the neutral. I haven't decided. Just going to glue on our wee pocket. Not sure if we'll get to filling the pockets. Probably not. And I might put that right near the bottom, because that will just reinforce that page a little bit. Once it's glued down onto paper, it won't matter. It will be firm enough. I wouldn't make it another pocket or tuck spot behind it unless I further reinforced it. So I think just gluing it flat down, got writing space in there, and in here we can decorate it. I'm thinking about adding some like writable paper. So I think I'll do that. Tear it off on that line, or just above. So if we have some writable paper there, switching glues out here like nobody's business, backwards and forwards. Fun bit of coffee dyeing there. So you still can see a bit of the text behind. Just a nice little subtle textural element under there. Now if we decorate this side, I haven't actually grabbed anything out really specifically to decorate the front, but I do have the Botanical Collage and Cluster Mega Pack red add-on kit here from the Junk Journal Studio. So we might be able to like just put a bit of something. So yeah, as I said, no real idea for the decorating in mind, but we need to, because I want to cover over that text. It talks about gallows and hanging and, you know, all sorts of barbaric stuff like that. Don't want that on our happy piece of ephemera, do we? So pop that there, I think, and I'm just going to tacky glue it because my glue page is already gluey. I don't want it on the face of my pretty paper. There we go. And I don't want to add anything else. I'm kind of tempted to leave actual full decorating until I know where I want to use the journal. I'm also wondering about putting a little bit of this in here somewhere. Just to carry that through a little bit from the front. How about we just put a little snippet there? I quite like that. Okay, glue stick for this bit. Oops, don't put it over the hinge where it folds. We don't want it over that because it will just bulk up that point. Here we go. And do we want to put just another little snippet up the side there? And I think that would be quite nice. No, I want it right on the edge. Just to again, it doesn't need reinforcing per se once it's glued down, but I think it will look quite cute. tying everything together. I'm sorry about the arm under the camera business. Just reaching across to use my glue pages. And I tore that bit of paper. So I really need to change out my glue page. Just unfolding that little top bit on my book page that was folded over. So we've still got some of that fun book page text. This one I ended up covering over, just wasn't intending to, but because of the subject on it, I was like, yeah, no, I need to cover it. So just go with whatever your paper says. If you want to cover it completely, do so. If you don't, you can leave patches or you can leave the whole thing. This, I like this text here, and it's a dictionary, so, you know, rather innocuous, I hope. And our wee pocket. So that's one to go on a page. The one thing we need to add to this is a little tab out the side. So Rachel got this idea from Barbara, I think her name is. I can't remember the name of the channel, but I will link Rachel's video, and she will have the lady who the inspiration come from, she'll have it linked in her video. If I forget to link it, remind me and I shall pop it in there. As a wee fabric tab. Now it doesn't have to be fabric. Rachel and the originator of this idea both used fabric, and I think I'll use fabric too, or not fabric but lace. They used lace, my apologies, for the wee tab. I think Rachel actually used part of a doily, and I do have this wonderful doily somebody sent me in Happy Mail. I do apologise, I can't remember who. Maybe we'll just take a part of that. Oh, I've cut into it now. It's no longer a whole piece. I think I just need to cut that little leg off because something about it just doesn't look right to me. I like all these little bits here. I just didn't like that little top piece. Now which way round do I want it? I think that way. And I'm going to trial my new fabric glue that I just got. It's Helmar brand. I've dispensed a little bit into this wee bottle, so the same bottle type of bottle that I use for my tacky glue, and I thought I'll just see how it goes in this little bottle, how easy it is to use, whether it wants to clog up. Oh, is it even going to come out? Oh, there we go. Right, let's just put that beside so I know how big I'm gluing. I really want to test this glue out. I haven't used it yet, so first time. And close that so it doesn't dry. It's a quick drying glue, so letting it hang out a little over the edge of the little booklet. So we've just got a fun textural element there. Whoops, don't glue the papers together. So journal page, and glue it on. Imagine that on a decorative paper. Do I have one? This one will do. It's Easter kind of themed paper. It's got eggs on it, Easter eggs, but that's okay. Just want, this doesn't show it off properly because this is all neutral. So if we pretend this is our journal page, and it will give you the idea with, you know, if you choose a background paper, put it on top, and this actually goes really nicely with that. And then it will open out, and journaling space, little pocket to tuck something in, and it could also be used as another pocket or belly band or something, but I would need to reinforce that back page to do that. Okay, so that's first one. How are we going on time? It only took us 24 minutes to get that far. Let's grab one of these intact pages that are still together. So how about this one? hopefully there's nothing untoward on it. Amongst other wicked London habits. Yes. Oh my gosh, it always amuses me. Or shocks me, one or the other. Right. So, what would I like to do this? I think I'll make this as a tuck-in. Oh, look at the colour on that. Okay, I don't want to cover that all over. It has got a pencil mark there. Somebody's underlined something. So, just get rid of that. So, can you see the colour difference? Look at that. That's quite amazing. Must have been left open on this page or something. So I don't want to cover this over, but maybe we can just do like we did on the other one, a part writing space. Infernal mischief. I like that. That's actually quite cute. Infernal mischief. So we've got some writing space, but we've also got that beautiful text and colour of the book page. So just a bit of coffee dyed paper, which I've already used for something else, and got something, bit of book page I think glued to the back of it. I'm just going to leave that there. Certainly if I tried to tear it off, it would rip, probably in a way I don't want it to. Okay, so a bit of writing space. Got a fun white edge along that edge of the paper. It was a bit split, that paper, so I just tore it off. I quite like the white edge. It gives a differentiation between the two. Okay, I think I will do here another pocket. So I've got this other image from the magazine here. Let's trim that down. Those old TVs, man, they get me. Takes me back to the days growing up where we had a colour TV, but we also had a black and white TV. And it was probably smaller than that. And it was in, for a while it was in the lounge, but most of the time that I remember it was in Mum and Dad's bedroom. Because Dad was very sick, and so he spent a lot of time in bed and on dialysis. And so having a TV to sort of, while he was going through that treatment, helped. And sometimes if people were watching something in the lounge and the bedroom TV was available, I'd go and sit on one of either Mum or Dad's bed, because they had separate beds because of Dad not being well, and watch what I wanted to watch. But it rolled, like the picture would roll. I don't know if you've ever seen that, whether you're old enough to remember TVs that rolled. It would roll, and to stop it rolling, you thumped it. Like literally, you just walked up and you gave it a good thump on the side. And sometimes it worked, and sometimes it didn't. And if it didn't work, you thumped it again. And you kept thumping it. I forgot to mitre the corners, but never mind. You keep thumping it until it actually stops rolling. Oh, I didn't measure the width, but as it happens, it is just squeaking in there. Now, do I want it shorter? We could probably take a little bit off the bottom. I don't want to lose too much of the image. Can I tear it this way? Yep, I can. So yeah, it takes me back to those days of watching a black and white TV that rolled. The picture rolled, and you can't really see what's going on when the picture's rolling. So do I want it that deep? Is it still too deep? Knocking things over here. No, I don't think so. I think that's a bit of fun. Let's give it some ink. Ink is, again, optional. And I'm not really inking anything else at this point. And I probably won't, like I wouldn't ink around the edges. I think that's a step too far for me on this particular project anyway. This one I think I will give a little thumb notch. Just eyeballing the centre-ish. I thought, is that going to punch okay, because it's quite thin paper, but it was okay. Didn't make a mess or anything, fortunately. Okay, and which glue? Tacky glue. I've now got 3 options. I've got the glue stick, I've got the fabric glue, and now I've got the tacky glue. So it's like, which one am I grabbing for? They all have their role, and sometimes interchangeable, sometimes not. Right, pop that right down the bottom. So this is going to be a loose one. I've got to remind myself this one's not going to be glued onto the page. So I've got a pocket there. We've got writing space on the back. This side, I think we'll do writing. Here's a bit from a book. Oh, excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. Oh my goodness, I do apologise. I could feel it coming, and sometimes I can stop them. That one I could not. I sort of strangled it. It wasn't a full-blown sneeze, which, you know, just comes out in a weird noise. Really, that's what that does when you try and stifle a sneeze. Right, do I want that text? Do I mind that bit of text down the bottom? I don't think I mind it. Let's have a look. Oh, sorry about clang. It's actually foreign language, so I don't mind it at all. Still a lot of writing space on there, even with that little bit of text on the bottom. It's funny that it's foreign language, because I don't believe this is a foreign language book. Maybe it is, I don't remember. Got a fun discoloured edge there, which I'm gluing down, sadly. Maybe I should have turned it over and used it the other way around. Too late now. Right, so writing on that side. Oh, it's got the same colour on that side, so it's okay. We didn't cover the prettiness. Right, just going to blow my nose for a moment. Always need to after sneezing, even if it's a failed sneeze. Right, that's better. Just having a wee sip of my blackcurrant and apple drink. Okay, now the front. Could just put on a bit of this paper from the Junk Journal Studio. Very pretty. Oops, maybe straighten it up a little touch. It looks not bad. It's not quite straight, but it will be close. Now, do I want the red flowers? I think so. Let's put the red flowers on. So I'm just going to decorate the whole front, I think. I don't think I'm going to leave text, am I? Don't know, now I'm undecided. yeah, I'm just going to put that on the front, and I think I'll use glue stick and tacky glue. It's going to make it nice and sturdy as well, because this is presentation paper, I believe, that this is printed on, because I accidentally printed on the wrong paper. Swirl of glue. Down a bit more there, I think. Good enough. Okay, now on this one we're going to reinforce the spine with fabric. Is this paper very light? It's old, so while it's not super fragile, it has got the crease and the holes, which makes it prone to tearing. And I have a choice of two fabrics. So there's this one, which is something that I used back when I was in school to make something out of. Was it a jacket or something? Or I don't think I actually ever finished. I made this into a dress. It was bought for me by Mum when I was in school, but I don't think I ever completed the project. And then as an adult I made a dress out of it for a cruise. But I don't think I want the blue. So the other thing I've got is, this is a dress that somebody gave me, not to wear. She was destashing it, but it's got all this beautiful embroidery on it, and kind of like bleach design inside the embroidery. It's absolutely gorgeous. It is tiny. It's a tiny dress. Hasn't even got the size. She was a tiny lady. But I'm going to take, I haven't cut into it. I've had it for probably about 3 or 4 years, and I haven't touched it. I'm going to cut into it now, just in some of the plain area on the back panel. Oh, and it's not cut. It's cut on the bias, I think. So let's just make a random snip and tear, and then it will tear according to the grain. And the other way. And just trying to achieve some straight edges here. That's what I'm trying to do. Lots of threads. Surprise, surprise, I'm handling fabric. Oh, itchy nose. What is it up with the itchy nose today? I had an itchy nose in the video I recorded this morning. In fact, I've done 2 this morning. This is my 3rd one today. Just trying to get ahead. Now that didn't work. Probably off camera. Let's try again. Oh gosh, why won't you tear? Shall we try from the other direction? There, that's better. Oh, dust. Can you see the dust flying off? My goodness. Right. Throw it on the floor because we don't need any more of it. This will be ample, even if we use it on all of our pieces. How are we doing on time? We're doing okay. Right, I think that's actually probably a good height, and so you don't need a super wide bit. I'm going around. Oh, Rachel used a centimetre. I'm using about an inch. I think a centimetre for my eyes just seems a little bit awkward to work with. You haven't got a lot of space to put it over the back and front. You know, if you make it slightly too far one way, then you've got nothing on the other side. If you get my drift. And I think that colour is going to be lovely on there. So do I want to put it on the fabric? I think I'll put it on the fabric, the glue, just so I get it in the right place. So I'm not sure whether this bottle is the best thing or whether it's better out of the original bottle. In fact, this would be good for very fine applications. I'm going to try out of the bottle. It does have a little wind up nozzle there. Yeah, I'm definitely getting more out. For doing a larger area, this is probably better. Oops, stay on the fabric. Oops. Close the bottle before it all balloons. I don't know if it's going to balloon out on me like the other alcohol glue does or not. It says that this could show through on very thin fabrics. So I'm hoping that it doesn't show through, but if it does, that's all right too. I heard a funny noise and it was like, what is that noise? One of my videos this morning was doing, or prep for a video, I was doing some spraying, and I've got a mushroom box that I used to spray in. And Snuggles is now sitting in my spray box on the floor, and the noise was her getting into it. So she's so funny whenever there's a box or a bag around. She was just so excited at the weekend when we were clearing out our home office and had stuff put everywhere. She went round and she tried every single bag and box that she could fit into. So funny. Right. Ah, oh, love that. That fabric is so cool. The colour, the texture, it's kind of, it's very soft. Very, very soft fabric. Oh, I love that. That's so cool. Okay, put a wee tab on here. Do I want to use the same doily? Which, yeah, find the bit that we cut into. Let's do that. So again, I'm going to cut that wee leggy bit off. And I want a few more these bits, fun bits, sticking out on this one. I think it would be okay like that. You don't have to put the tab up the top. I just realised that I did on the other one and I am on this one, but you can put it wherever you like. Top, bottom, middle, or somewhere in between. Be all good. So I'm not putting it out a lot from the edge, and then I'll just put a little bit under these bits. Just so it's not flopping around. Well, so far that glue, this new fabric glue, seems to be holding super fast. Like really, really fast. And it's, yeah, it's not wanting to come off. So I think it's good. I think it's a good glue. Almost doesn't need anything else. Almost. But shall we decorate it up? Because I don't know that we're going to actually get any more done. So we do have a little bit of time. We could add a little decoration. Maybe fill a pocket. We could possibly fill a pocket. No, I don't want the colour with that, I think. Let's find something a little more, maybe not graphic. What am I trying to say? Neutral or texty. Sorry, trying to remain in camera is pretty difficult for me lately. I caught a glimpse of a video, one video I've done for this week, and it was like, gee, I'm getting close to being completely off camera. And my friends, it is not intentional, it just seems to be happening. So I'm trying to watch it. Oi! Oh, she's making everything fall over. Sorry for the yelp. Kind of wondering about this G. I don't know why. Let's cut it out. And by she, I mean Snuggles. That's what I'm talking about. Jumping up and making things fall down. Which means she's now out of her mushroom box, or my mushroom box, and she's into her paper box, which is a giant box, moving type box. I quite like that, but I think it needs layering. No, don't want that. Just a little bit of a random book page. Oh, talks about animals dying, so let's just kind of take that little bit off. G, I don't know why a G, it just is a G. Doesn't have to make sense. I just think I like it with the red flowers, kind of ties in nicely. I'm going to test the drying of the glue on these pieces in a minute. See if there's any visible glue marks. I think it's already dry, so pretty confident that it's already dry, shall we say. Oh, I just stuck that. Oh well, just adds the extra texture. It's a bit of my glue page stuck on top. Don't need to worry about it. Just extra detail. A little bit of authentic distressing, I guess. Let's give it a bit more distressing. Okay, glue test. Well, I can't see any real glue marks. There's some dark patches there. I'm not sure if that's the glue or whether that was there already. But I wouldn't look at that and go, oh, there's glue marks. It may be, but it doesn't obviously say that to me. Just giving that fabric a wee trim. I love that. That is cool. And this bit that we just glued on, yep. It is stuck. It is stuck. And where I put it in this lacy bit, if you turn it to the light, you can see a little bit of a shine where the dried glue is, but when it's just flat, I can't see the glue at all. So I'm actually really happy. Look at that. And my filthy fingers. Goodness, that's what you get with working with book pages, black ink. So that's going to go in a pocket or in a belly band or something. We have just under 10 minutes. Do we want to make something for the pocket? Got this other strip that we took off. It's a little bit wide. We'd need to trim it down a bit. But I think that could be quite nice. Oops, seem to be hitting everything with my ruler at the moment. Do apologise for the rowdiness of it. Right, and let's just try and take a straight piece off of this. Maybe about there. I could have just folded it up and tucked it in the pocket, but you know, I didn't think to at the time. Testing it for size. It's a little bit tricky to get in there because it's thin paper. Height, good. Okay, I'm going to back it, just it will make it easier to get in and out of that pocket. Don't think that's nowhere near wide enough. Now that's got text on. No. Oh, finding the right scrap. Not big enough. It's the thing, they're too scrappy. Oh, there we go. That's big enough. Brown, it's an envelope. That's what it is. Let's just trim off where the seam is. That's double thickness at that point, or even more than double thickness actually. And same on this side. Okay. I'm getting tired too. It's only 2:15. I've just been on the go today, knowing that I needed to get videos done ahead even before I knew I had a meeting, an extra meeting in the week. But really need this meeting. It's over something that needs dealing with, so we're going to meet together and nut out some plans of how to progress and what to do and how to handle, you know, people and things to get to where things need to be. So you may guess that's all about the food bank. So yes, I certainly didn't anticipate the complexity of what I was stepping into with various things, but I'm very happy to be able to help. I don't mind that it's turned into more than what I thought, because I see the need for it and the need to get things sorted and operating properly. Not to say that they've been operating improperly, that's not what I mean. Please don't take that out of what I just said. But yeah, just getting things kind of more standardized, I guess, is one way to put it. Right, so that's trimmed to size now. Just check that it fits. Yes, it still fits in, and it's so much easier to put in with that double layer. Now I'm going to turn it into a tag, so let's trim the top into a tag shape. I like it just like that, except it does need inking. In my world it needs inking. I don't think it needs anything else. We could pop a label on if we wanted to. We could pop a word on. Maybe we go for a word. Actually, I might just snip those corners as well. Just do a little snip and a snip. Get rid of that shrapnel straight into the bin. Just a tiny little snip there on the bottom corners. Do we want to put a word on? I'm trying to rush, people. Can you tell? I'm like brush, 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 dab, dab, brush, 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 brush. And done. Right. We could do a word, I suppose. Just to finish it off, a word or a phrase or something. Do I want? Which way do I want? Oh, I like gentle. Let's just go with that, because that's the first thing I picked out. Cover over a little bit of the text that's on the digital, but I like it, so it's okay. So it does leave us with a more blank area at the top, so I might just double check about placement. Actually, I do like it at the top. Let's do that. Oh, glue stick is almost down to the plastic. It's almost time to grab a new one. Oops, that kind of didn't look straight. That looks a little better, I guess. I don't think I want a topper unless we add a little bit of fabric. Oh, I actually like that. Or do I want... Could use a whale tail as well. Always an option. Just thinking, do I want a little bit of the... That could be fun too. A little bit of this meshy area. A little bit harder to glue down because it's, you know, just little lines of bits. We could staple it, but I think I'm just going to glue it down like that. Okay, fine bottle. So far I'm happy with the performance of the glue, and I do like it in the small bottle for things like this. Oops, I might put it down a little bit further. And the original bottle for where I need a bit more coming out. So it's just got a little bit of texture at the top there, just for fun. The other thing we could do is put something on here, because we haven't done anything on there. So that takes it out past the top of the little booklet, but I don't mind that. I think that's actually quite fun, quite cute. Just thinking what I want to add on there. What about one of these? This one's calling to me. Let's see what it looks like. Just as the one final thing before I call this one done. So once we've done this, we would have done 2. The other one doesn't have anything in the pocket, but that's okay. Do I want the outside border? I'm not sure. It's interesting, I've never had a purely dedicated fabric glue. So I was interested to give one a go. I don't know how well that goes for other things. I imagine it's a bit of a waste to use it for other things. But I like that. I do think it needs a little ink though. Change out my glue page because it is sticky. Can't go wrong with a good botanical, can you? In the middle of this lounge scene with the old TV and the old armchair. Oh, look at those bookcases though. Imagine what they look like. Might be encyclopedias or some sort of series of books. It's like, oh, if only I had my hands on those now. Because they'd be old books now and we could tear them up and make things with them. So there we go. We got 2 done, my friends, of these fun little booklets. So this one needs a little further decorating, I think. But maybe once I've decided what journal it will go in. This one is designed to glue down on the page. And we need to fill that pocket there. But that's that one. And then this one with the fabric reinforced on the spine. We haven't done that here because we've gone with paper to join the 2 parts. Decorated up just a little. Our fun fabric tabs on the side for opening. And then this one's got the tag inside with writing space. And then on the back, this one is removable, so we can write on the back as well with some of that beautiful book text there. So 2 different looks, really. Similar process, just different ways that you can change them, switch them up, make them different. I want a wet wipe to wipe my fingers, but I have already used it to clean up glue this morning, so I need to grab out a new one. Okay guys, that's it for today. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it and we'll give it a go. Tomorrow will be another day, another video, and I don't quite know what yet. I hope you'll come back and join me and find out. Take care, friends. Bye for now.